Right, so Friday morning, Cole's car boot. So got my wallet to put away, got my gloves to put on, got my jacket to throw on. It's a bit cold. It looks tiny. Great. A little bit annoying. I need another 35 items for the week minimum. Just to sort of reach the amount that I put on eBay per week to reach 70. I've also got to go to Corby after this. Well, I've got to go to Telford to get the trailer. Got to take it to Halesfield to get a tyre changed. I've got to go to Corby to tow a car, which is quite irritating, all in. But it's about over 200 quid, so can't really afford to turn it down at this point. Ish. Could, but shouldn't. Alright, anyway. Alright, get sorted to show you what we get.
Okay, do you want another bag?
I'll be okay.
Sure.
I'll be okay.
Thank you kindly, sir. Thank you.
They put some in the place now.
How much are you asking on your avatar toys?
12 each, or I'll do the 2 for 20.
Would you take a tenner for one?
Yeah.
More
yeah,
the bottom
yeah.
one I'm just interested in. So I think it's my wallet now. Gloves are lovely. Not frigging helpful when you're trying to get money out, though, are they?
Yeah, it's a trouble.
That one. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
How much are you asking on like your coats? 5. I might be being blind here. Do you know where the sizing is in this one? Or do you know roughly what size it is?
I think it's a large. It's a small worry.
I was going to say, it might just be me here, but I can't see it nowhere.
I can't see without my glasses.
No, it just says by super shorts. What was that on? If the arm fits, that'd be a good start. Yeah, I'll have that one for 5. You're just going to quickly check this one as well. What about that one? 5 as well? 2 quick, 6. We do 10 for the pair?
Go on then.
Go on then. I'll take that one as well. Ugh. Oh my. I love having gloves because I hate walking around without them because it's cold, but
He gets very cold as well.
how much is you got in your Robot Wars, boss?
Went to the fibre for it.
Do you know if it's all in there?
I ain't got a clue. With my sons.
Do you mind if I break the tape and have a quick look in? Is that right? Thank you. Yeah, I'll say that and there we go. I mean, that's convincing enough just looking at that. That's convincing enough looking at that just to say that's worth a £5, isn't it?
Aye. How much is it?
Ugh. It's mostly sealed in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, gotta be
My
worth it.
son see. He just says, could you sell it on the boat as well?
Oh.
Okay.
How much are you asking on your boots?
£3.30.
£3. Yep. I'll have 2 pairs off you.
Okay.
In a second, I'll get some money out. How much is your barber jacket?
That one?
Yeah.
5.
You know what size it is? XXL. Damn it. Oh well. Right, so quick update. Got the car on, it's friggin' cold. Put the heated seat on actually. I think I've been around it now a couple of times. I've got about 6-7 items, so I need 29. So most likely I'm gonna have to do another car boot or charity shops. Probably do a car boot though, because that would be my preference. My issue is, if I do a car boot, I do it Sunday, I draft them Monday. So that puts me in a spot of trouble if the car boot doesn't pan out, annoyingly. I have got an auction Saturday, so we'll get that out of the way and then we'll see. I do just want to quickly point out to people though, and here is a highlight, and I will make sure that I keep it in the video if possible. I definitely think I got it on the camera. For those of you who just saw me picking up a barber jacket and then they asked if I were going to put it back, the reason I did that is something's not quite right about it. And when people think about, should I buy this item, it's not always the brand and the product. A lot of the time, like, A, it could be fake, and B, there's a lot of other things to play into it. So I'm not picking that up, even though Barber £5 is actually really, really good, because it looks very feminine, I personally thought, with the stitching and everything like that. 90% of the time I've picked up Barber quilted, it is pretty much women's, and it's a lot less men's. And that's not to say that they don't do them in men's, that they do, and I have picked them up. But that's a men's one by the sizing of it, and you can tell because men's and women's sizings, an easy way to help you identify them a lot of the time is men's will be letters and women's will be numbers. So women's will be size 12, 14, 16, men's will be medium, large, extra large. That was a double XL. Now I know Barber quilted because I've picked them up, I've bought them in the past. The women's have numbers in them, and as I'd say, that couldn't have been a women's jacket with letters. I'm just completely not used to seeing that, and it put me off. And one of the biggest things with reselling is, if something doesn't feel right to you, I probably wouldn't pick it up. Now £5 for Barber is a bargain. I think it might have been genuine, there's a chance. I think it just puts me off a little bit. Yeah, once you get to that point with it, it's not really worth you doing it. To me anyway. I mean, a £5 is not a massive risk, and the payoff for that, you should see £30 minimum, if not more. If you want to turn it out quickly, get a quick sale, you would go 30. You could easily go quite a bit higher. The condition didn't look too bad. It was worn, but it didn't look too bad. So, but yeah, that's why I'm not gonna, pick that one up, because something just doesn't feel right to me and looks too feminine to be in a male size. And likewise, you've then got to look at your actual sales side. I'm heading into a time of year where coats and jackets aren't going to be selling as well. Mine still are, oddly. They still are, but it's going to sit, and I need somebody that either will buy a male coat that looks a little bit feminine, in my opinion, and they don't notice it looks feminine, or they don't mind the fact that it looks feminine, which, again, each to their own. Somebody will want that. Just, I don't want to sit on it for months and months on end. and at £5 I could sell it tomorrow for 15, but there's no margin really there at that. I'd be looking at 25. That's still fairly cheap, but that's still a normal one that had everything right in my mind would sit maybe a month, 2 months, and that's in winter, and we're heading into summer. But anyway guys, it's just, I figured I'm going to leave that in the video. I'm going to leave most of this in the video. I might edit it a little bit, I might redo it, but yeah, that's why I've not picked that one up, and I figured it was good to sort of share with you guys my general thought processes. And if any of you are like really new to this and watching, and it is going to help you when it comes to clothing, especially if something feels off about it, just avoid it. If you like what you saw guys, you want to see more of the car boots, you want to see what we actually sell in a week, you want to see the auctions and all that, like I'm at Cole's car boot today, find them on Facebook. I'm pretty much always telling you guys where I go, and you're pretty much always seeing everything I pick up. Right, so been out today, obviously after the car boot, still got deliveries to do, still got to eat food, all that. But good news, throughout the day, my wholesale orders arrived. Now it's only a very, very small one and probably minimalistic compared to what people think wholesale is. But I'm going to tack this on the end of the car boot video so you guys can see sort of that there is other ways than going out to car boots, charity shops and all that, and that you can actually genuinely do it from the comfort of your own home. I wouldn't recommend this because the thing I'd say to watch out for with wholesale is, like for myself, when I put this order in, all discounts and things get applied at the end. So the price I'm going to tell you would have been the original asking, but then you can get discount for buying multiple ones. I've got some damaged ones, so the price comes down on them as well. It all just adds onto my basket at the end, but I can't actually do that without checking the invoice. And again, I'm actually really busy. The other irritating thing about it is I actually want to top up some of the other model kits that sit behind that we've sold, and there's only one that they had in stock. Some of the other ones that they did at the time were minimum orders of 10, and I only stock 2 to 3 at most. So when I only want 1 and it's minimum order 10. So if you do look at wholesale, just bear that in mind, be careful about the wholesaler. You can get a lot of discount for going with more of them, but at the same time, sometimes you'll want to order something, you'll only want 10 at most, and the minimum order's 1,000. I actually seen one for Kenner Toys when I was looking, minimum orders were 10,000, but they were like 7p a unit at that quantity. So, but anyway, other side. So this one per unit, this is the one that I refreshed. These are $6.99 per unit. I only got 2, slight damage on the box. These are basically pristine. So I believe on that one I'll get 5% off. I believe, like they're slightly open more than they should be and just slightly indented. I ordered 2 of them. If you've watched before, I've already sold 2, one for $24.99 and one for $29.99. That's about a £30 model kit. This one, GAT 04 Wyndham Fighter. I believe I'm actually getting 20% off on these ones because of the damage. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't think I would have taken it for much less than that with this level of damage. The good thing about the wholesaler I go to is they've asked me, I have asked them if they mind me saying their names. They said they don't want to be on YouTube, on my YouTube or anyone's, so I'm not going to say it. But the good thing about them is if they've put 20% off and then they've put like slight damage, like dents as an example, and then I come with a rip, I can send them a picture and I'll get more discount on top and it'll almost become free. But either way, that was £6.30 per kit, so actually cheaper than the Spartan. And the odd thing about this is there's 2 different versions. There's GAT 04 and there's GAT 04 Wyndham. The Wyndham, you can't buy them on eBay for less than $34.99, so I'll probably just retail these at around 30 because obviously slightly damaged box. Again, this is another damaged box. I know with this one it was 15% off because I checked it. These ones were £7.9, so these are the most expensive ones on there. But again, the boxes are a bit. But anyway, it is RX-81st G-Line Standard Armour Gundam. These are all high-grade kits, by the way. They're all new with slight damaged boxes. But this one actually, when I looked a few minutes ago, you can't buy it on eBay in high grade for less than £45, and it's not even this kit. I can't buy this kit on eBay. Or I can't find it. Somebody will find it now. But they're anywhere from sort of 45, 40 to around the £80 mark. So I think I'll retail them around the 50, because obviously, you know, seeing some up at 80, I feel like 50 with this slight damage is reasonable. So I'm not quite making my 5 times, which is what I want to make, but at the same time, I can infinitely do that within reason. If I go on that store week by week by week, all the ones I've got, I'll be able to get again. At the minute, if I look at my kits, I've got 3 Wing Zero, 1 Gap Fighter, which is a 711. I've got an Infinite Justice. If you don't know anything about Gundams, this means absolutely nothing to you. But basically, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 kits I'm down to 1 on. 1, 2. 2 kits I'm left with 2. And 1, 2. 2 kits I'm left with 2, plus then the fresh order. They all start at 3. Oh, and then I've got a Hello Kitty one with 2, which is a bit iffy. So, anyway guys, let us know what you think.